Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will talk about top 5 gaming keyboard of the world. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. So let's get started. Number 5. Wooting Two He. If you look no further than the black faceplate and keycaps of the Wooting Two He, you might wonder what the fuss is about. I don't blame you. The Wooting looks decent, but it doesn't appear too different from the mechanical gaming keyboards we've learned. In fact, it's a little more boring than most in appearance, with some nowadays taking extra to a whole new level. Wooting generally does a great job of living up to expectations, though. The keyboard is solid, well built, and comes with a 2-year warranty. If a switch breaks, you can swap it out, as the board is hot swappable. That's one benefit of there not really being all that many mechanical moving parts with a magnetic lacquer switch, and another is that there's less to break in the first place. That's what I've loved about every Wooting keyboard I've looked at so far, and no more so than the Wooting Two He. They're not built on a great concept. They deliver it. Even if you think you're sold on the analog movement of the Wooting, and it can be limited in scope depending on your preferred games and genres, there are many other great reasons to love it beyond that. Number 4. Mountain Everest 60. Mountain isn't the first to create modular keyboards. Asus even made its own years back, but it's the first to get it right. Offering a solid, secure fit for the modular components, as well as multiple mounting options, makes the whole setup actually useful and not just some marketing gimmick. On its own, though, the Everest 60 isn't modular, but there is a dedicated numpad that can be purchased separately, and it's hot swappable. Crucially, for me, it will also attach to either side of the board. If you're still rocking a numpad on the right-hand side of your gaming keyboard, then you're just plain doing it wrong. The key benefit of a smaller key is that your mouse and sad hands are closer together, and switching the numpad to the left means you still get to use the extra buttons and the extra desktop real estate for your gaming rodent. The tiny right shift key does take some getting used to, but the addition of the cursor keys makes a huge difference to the overall utility of the Everest 60. But that's not the only reason I've fallen in love with the board, however. This thing just oozes quality. Number 3. G.Skill KM250 RGB. The G.Skill KM250 RGB's best skill is that it doesn't. In fact, it's nowhere close to costing a fortune, yet it still offers mechanical switches, perky RGB, hot swappable keys, and discrete media controls. Which is why the G.Skill KM250 has my attention, because it is bringing a host of those enthusiast keyboard features without the exorbitant price tag. I will say up front that it is obviously lacking the high-end luxury of sound dampening and super fancy stabilizers, but those are compromises I'm willing to make for such a supremely cheap keyboard. And honestly, I've experienced far worse stabilizers on expensive NZXT and Razer keyboards in the past. The board layout itself is pretty standard 65% fair, by which I mean it's my actual favorite gaming keyboard layout. I prefer a compact board. It gives me more space on my desktop and more space for my gaming mouse. But a purist range 60% means too few keys, and I really need to at least have cursor keys. G.Skill has ensured there's a little bit of spacing between the bulk of the keys and the cursors, and you also get separate del, PGUP, and PGDN buttons, too. I'm honestly genuinely impressed with the package as a whole, and if you want a proper mechanical keyboard experience without paying enthusiast money, the G.Skill KM250 is an outstanding option. Number 2. Logitech G915 Lightspeed. The Logitech G915 TKL gaming keyboard is a familiar sight for yours truly. I've been using the Logitech G915 for my past 50,000 words or so, and the G915 TKL brings the same wireless technology and sleek design to the 4-bar numpad. With only minor design tweaks and discounts, much of what I think about the G915 also stands for its miniaturized sibling, too. This should be easy then. Obviously, the biggest shakeup with the G915 TKL is the lack of numpad and macro keys. The TKL comes in at just 368 mm squared to the full-size G915's 475 mm squared, leaving a bounty of desk space for you to chuck around your mouse. If you're anything like me, that might mean coming to terms with a lack of alt codes, but it's an easy switch for gaming alone. Macro functionality has been loosely retained with the G915 TKL but has been shifted to a secondary program of the function keys. This can be flipped via the Logitech G gaming software to prioritize macro functionality first, in which case the FN key will revert F112 back to the original input. The 40-hour battery life with RGB perky lighting enabled a little up from the full-size G915 due to the lack of RGB LEDs keeps Logi's wireless deck in the good books. Number 1. Ducky One 3. Ducky has one hell of a reputation in the mechanical gaming keyboard world. Even in an age of dazzling keyboards plastered in flashing lights, it's kept up its no-nonsense design philosophy which it calls quack mechanics no joke. But even der old Ducky is also leaning into the weird and wonderful a little more. The Ducky One 3 Fuji is prime example of a more stylized and vibrant Ducky at its best. Look no further than the One 3's wonderfully colorful design for proof. This is Ducky's latest flagship keyboard, and it comes in many different colors and styles, but this one is called Fuji. Every key you see in my images of the One 3 is included in the standard Fuji design, which makes it feel like I've received a keyboard with a custom keycap set pre-installed. There are also 4 dip switches that offer a couple of hard-coded shortcuts for various keyboard modes, however, I couldn't get them to work. I tried unplugging and waiting a little while before trying again, but couldn't get them to do anything at all. So this was our today's video. I hope you all like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel, and also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.